Hey, this is Hans the Ramen Raider coming at you with another episode of Instant Noodle Recipe Time, the show where I show you what to do with your instant noodles. And it's a Thursday for me. I don't know what day it is for you, but today I am going to gussy up the new Tteokbokki from Samyang of South Korea. And just like the last, 6 or 8 times, I've got a special guest with us today. Somebody full of charisma, very interesting. We have Mr. Todd from North Little Rock, Arkansas. How you doing today, Todd?
Great. How are you doing, sir?
I'm in a good mood. How about you?
Yes. I'm cooking chicken thigh, and that always puts me in a good mood.
Chicken thighs are agreeable. There we go. Chicken thighs are most agreeable. You still there?
Yep. Yep.
Okay. Alright. So anyways, a little bit of a foible there, folks, but what can you do? Here is our noodle block for the day. A large, round one. And not only do we have that, we are making tteokbokki. This is tteokbokki, also known as Tteokbokki. Very hard to pronounce correctly, but very enjoyable. Now, here's what they look like before they're cooked. They look like funny little hard tubes, but you give them a few minutes on the boil, and they turn into this nice, it's like a huge piece of rice, but it's like gummy. It's trust me on this, it's wonderful. Todd, what's the strangest thing you've ever eaten? Give us as much information about it as you possibly can.
I was in Thailand when I was in the military, and I went to this place out in the open to eat. This was in Pattaya Beach, Thailand.
Okay.
And I walk up and I sit down in an open-air restaurant, and I ordered special number 2. And special number 2, I found out, was coconut frog legs.
Oh, nice. Was that a shock? Were you averse to having such a thing? Or?
It was the most surprisingly spicy and delicious thing I've eaten in Thailand.
Interesting.
Like, hands down.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to an open-air restaurant on Pattaya Beach. It was right next to a big, huge, like a little park that had a big, huge, there was a Buddha nearby. There was, like, a Chinese memorial or thing with Chinese gods, like a tower next to it.
Yeah.
Is that it? Is that where you were?
Mm-mm.
No, okay. I was gonna say that would be absolutely amazing.
Wait, what color was the tower?
It was multicolored and had all sorts of weird stuff going on. Weird to me because I just was unfamiliar to it. Not weird bad, but weird fascinating. Yeah. Oh, and thank you for your service.
Oh, thanks.
Do you
keeps on giving too.
Does it?
Yeah.
Are you being served?
Well, I had an interesting experience today where I went out to throw out trash, and my apartment neighbors just up the hill were like, "Hey, you, can you help us? We'll give you $2." And I'm like, oh, a couple bucks? Well, I would help for whatever, like any reason, like no money. But it turned out to be this nice grandma that just picked out like this massive like shelf thing from the trash, and it was a good like find.
But way too
Apparently
heavy
the
for her to
maintenance men
manage.
were empty an apartment. What's that?
But way too heavy for her.
Son there. Yeah. And I don't know how they managed to get it out of the dumpster, but they did. And then, sure enough, I helped them like bring it up the hill to their apartment, and she gave me $2.
Rad.
Like, oh, cool.
Nice.
So I'm like, I was a good neighbor, and I earned cash money.
You're
so that made me happy.
a $2-buckionaire.
And all I did was have to go outside and throw away some trash.
Wow.
What an interesting world.
Amazing, amazing miracles happening every day to you, sir. Wow.
Right.
That's just like, things like that happen to you every day, huh?
No.
No?
No, but the highlight after that is this golden brown air-fried chicken thigh, which is nice and spicy and slightly crunchy in texture.
Made of chicken.
Yeah. And
Nice.
it's chicken.
Just one?
Yeah.
Just the one
It's
thigh?
Chicken that's chicken and yummy. Just the one thigh. I'm about to chop it up into pieces and adding it to a sausage gumbo,
Nice.
which I made the other day. And if someone from Louisiana cooks it, they use andouille sausage. Like,
Right.
without a doubt, they know it's French. But I had mystery sausage that was given to me by a neighbor. So I'm like, I want to do something really cool with this mystery sausage.
You know
And
nothing
it
about
happened
the contents of the casing at all?
Nothing at all. It was mystery.
Oh wow, so it could be people sausage.
Yeah, it could be soylent green.
Are
I
you
don't know.
you're willing to take the gamble?
Yeah.
Well, hunger will make you do strange things.
Well, I had components, and it's like, well, if you have components, then you really should put it together.
Yeah, why not?
All
I
you have
mean,
to do is get like certain small things, like I don't know, $10 in vegetables. That's it.
that's not
And I
bad.
made like enough gumbo to feed a herd. I froze like, I don't know, maybe 2 quarts
Wow.
of gumbo, and still have like 2 quarts of gumbo for a total of 4 quarts of gumbo.
All right,
It's
so
like I could have the full family over.
you
So,
could
Anyway,
eating people sausage. So
people sausage. Yeah.
so as far as the tteokbokki goes, here's what it looks like when it's done. Notice how it's all floppy tteokbokki. Woo! And it's freaking good stuff. Yeah, I will continue on in my preparation. Why don't you tell us, my listeners, about a certain famous, a brush with fame we had one night at 7-Eleven.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was if they made people of 7-Eleven like videos, this would be like in the top 5. No.
Yeah, this was pretty epic. It was.
When we were like chilling out at 7-Eleven, and I don't know, we just walked out in an entourage of a rapper, I think he was a rapper.
Oh, he most certainly was. Yeah, he gave us his album. He gave us his posters.
Yeah. And wasn't his name Cheesaleo?
Absolutely, it was Cheesaleo and his crew.
Right. Yep.
And it was quite possibly the most amazing thing of all time, because where we were at really wasn't, I mean, we were in Marysville, Washington. Marysville, Washington is to amazing things as Help me out here.
Equivalent to Marysville?
Let's see, what are some facts about Marysville? Marysville, there was a news story saying that Marysville was the most obese city in Washington State. I thought that was great. And in fact, we went one morning after drinking all night to that place. That was in the video of that the news did about being the most obese city in Washington State.
Oh yeah, didn't they have like a story on a particular restaurant there that was like close to your residence?
It was like within a
What was the name
block.
of that?
Yeah, it was pretty epic. The food wasn't bad.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what I got, but it was like a breakfast joint. So right now I'm adding kamaboko. That's what this is. It's a kind of fish cake. And now I'm going to add Busan fish cake cut into triangles, as that's how I usually find it when I have the tteokbokki that I get from the store sometimes. But continue. Yeah, what? I just remember there was just like a lot of people hooping it up. And it was just like a weird scene in front of 7-Eleven. It's like, who are these people? What are they? What are? Why don't we know these people or hang out with them or? I don't know. I'm gonna add some pork too.
Like,
I got some barbecue pork. I'm gonna add in.
Something about the limo. Wasn't it like a Lincoln Continental or something?
It was a fatty limo, yeah. And it was, what was it? They had, who opened that, like, what's that place called? There's that place called J.R. Finicky's there. And there was some more well-known rapper that invited, like, all the popular Seattle rappers to this to-do. And it was like, you know, you had to be invited and all this weird crap. And just like, they were leaving that.
Oh, it was like a rapper conference.
It was like, yeah, it was like some kind of rapper big deal doodly doo. It was cool though. It was like, hey, that guy actually, his main deal is he likes to rhyme and romp and rhythm and rhyme. And he seemed like a cool dude. He had a lot of friends that really thought he was great. I'll say that about it. A whole lot of friends.
That's right. He had like an entourage just bragging on him.
Oh yeah, it's like, dude, you haven't heard about Chi Leo? You gotta check him out, and he's just this and that and the other thing. And I was like, wow, how do I get that kind of crew following me around going like, dude, you should check out the Ramen Raider, man. It's just like, oh wow, you just don't even know. You don't even know. Although I guess a lot of people that I know do tell other people about the Ramen Raider, which is cool. I appreciate that in each and every way. Wow, I'll have to send you a picture of the hell I just wrought on this fine bowl because it looks pretty good. It looks like a flavor explosion about to happen.
That's pretty exciting.
It really is. God, so why don't you give a quick synopsis of the story of your life? Go.
Oh, well. I was in Seattle for 18 years before I moved here. And I worked my way up to like a roving computer technician and got to repair TVs and printers and stuff like that. That was really cool for about 6 years, and then I moved up here and helped my family out on the farm, and I helped raise chickens. And chickens are really fun. Yep. And
how are they fun?
About a year of chicken raising.
What is fun about chickens?
They have personalities.
Do they?
They're like all different personalities. They do different things. They have their own paths. They have like chicken entourages where they hang out with certain types of chickens.
At 7-Eleven.
And they got a racial thing going, I think. I think they're racist against each other in the chicken kingdom.
Well, sure, the pecking order.
It's weird. Yeah, pecking order. I think you nailed it there with the pecking order.
I nailed it.
Yeah.
We were watching a show the other night called Nailed It. I'm serious. Have you seen
that like?
Basically, it's like they try to get all these people to make to cook up food and make it look the same way as the stuff they present, and they fail miserably. It's kind of like, you know, Pinterest fails, things like that.
Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty hardcore. So my audience right now is seeing a lovely garnished bowl full of zesty kamaboko, Busan fish cake, egg, barbecue pork, ramen noodle, and sauce, and tteokbokki. I wish you could see it right now, man. I wish you could. In fact, I would let you eat it.
See my mystery sausage gumbo that I just reheated.
Mmm.
Mystery sausage, I think, is pork, but not very expensive pork. It's like, you know, generic oink. It's not really a brand name that I would know.
Not high end.
No.
Well, how can you upgrade it?
Upgrading would entail andouille sausage. And don't ask me to spell that. It's just what it's called.
Oh, I know how to spell it.
Very good.
Yeah, andouille sausage is all right.
That's the taste. The taste that it gives to the gumbo makes it, like, magical.
Right.
Yeah. With mystery sausage, it's like a box of chocolates. I've discovered that.
Well, sometimes free food is really good. Sometimes free food, it's kind of a you get what you pay for kind of thing.
Yeah.
So sometimes that works out well, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah. It's just another saga and adventures in food.
Truly. Mmm. Well, I've eaten all I'm going to eat. My 2 or 3 bites. I donate this to you, my friend.
Awesome.
If you pay the shipping, I'll overnight this to you. Although I give no guarantees as to freshness and or if it's still warm or something you would want to eat. So, but that's my offer to you as your friend.
To you as your friend, I just thought of something.
Me too. What did you think of?
That's
You go
notorious about
first.
Today.
Huh?
Season 2 of Star Trek Discovery starts tonight.
Oh, that I hope you enjoy that, but that sounds like absolutely horribly irritating and annoying, and I am absolutely uninterested in such horrible things.
I dig your passion about that.
Oh, dude. It bugs me because it's like, God, there was just like this one episode. I really tried with Discovery. But the characters just drive me absolutely freaking insane. They're so separated. They're so snotty. It's like watching CSI, but it's supposed to be Star Trek, and it's dumb. It is a dumb show. You shouldn't watch it. It's part of the reason for the government shutdown. It I mean, some of the most despotic figures in history loathe the program, making them slightly more less despotic. But yeah, it's crap. I'm sorry, it's crap. There was like one part where there was this subordinate, and then the main character, and then the doctor, I believe, and they were talking about something fascinating, and then the subordinate's all, wow, this is really fucking cool. And the doctor is, why, yes, this is really fucking cool. And here's why, or something like that. I'm like, where are you pulling this garbage from? I mean, it's just like, are you dumbing things down for your audience? Or who do you think your audience is? I think there's a lot of Star Trek fans that totally agree with me that are just like, well, it's new Star Trek, we have to support it. It's like, no, fuck that. No. Nope. I'd rather watch the animated series, and I'd rather... The only Star Trek to exist would be the animated series, which actually is quite good, and Star Trek V. And that'd be it. That'd be the entire Star Trek universe, rather than Discovery. But I guess they're coming out with like an Adult Swim version of the animated series where they take all the stuff and they make it funny. But a lot of that kind of stuff can end up not being funny, just being stupid. And I'm hoping, I've got hopes that it'll be good. And then they've got the new series coming back with Picard. So I hope it's done well. I hope he wouldn't sell out and do some kind of ridiculous thing that's just absolutely a worthless pile of crap, like Discovery. And the next Star Trek movie, the fourth of the new timeline, is now on the shelf until further notice. They've just kind of gone like, well, I think we've... Those weren't bad. Yeah. Those took me a really long time to kind of like cozy up to and go like, okay, all right, I can deal with these characters. I can deal with their interactions. But, yeah, it's probably because all those guys got better roles that pay a lot more money. And it's like, yeah, Star Trek, I got other stuff to do. So.
Well, it's like, for me, I saw the trailer for the Ghostbusters 3 coming out. That's on the same timeline as the first Ghostbusters and the second.
Okay.
And, it's going to have Bill Murray and whatever characters they can get in there.
Oh, wow. Cool.
And that's coming out in 2020.
People had, like, a big thing about that Ghostbusters that was, like, primarily women playing all the characters. Wasn't that the deal?
Yeah, there was a huge backlash against that, and that's the kind of thing where it comes back to characterization, kind of like what you were saying about Star Trek.
But it wasn't that. Oh, original, yeah, but dude, it's Ghostbusters. It's not a universe.
It's not.
No, it's Ghostbusters. And it's not the real Ghostbusters either. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes I think it's all going to hell in a handbasket. I think people get too wrapped up in things. I mean, I don't know. Do they still drink leaded water in Flint, Michigan? I don't know. But I really think that new Ghostbusters is horrible. It's just like, it's like, kill the TV. We actually just cut the cord. We no longer have cable.
No TV umbilical cord anymore, huh?
Just internet.
What's it like to break free?
not really hard because we haven't even used it since mid-December. We got a Fire TV 4K stick for like $40. We already had Netflix. We already had Hulu. And you just install apps on the damn thing. And there's one called Pluto, which has like 30 TV channels. Free. They run ads. Then there's one called... oh yeah, and then there's like all these different ones that have video. Like there's Crackle, there's Prime Video, which of course you have to have Prime, but if you don't have Prime, you can get like the Crackle one. There's one called, is it Voodoo or Tubo or some ridiculously stupid, catchy name like Verizon or Nutella. You know, that basically, it's like, it means nothing, but it's like, oh, I know what you're talking about. So, yeah.
Righto.
But it's rad. It's nice, and it all streams. So, there's actually another app that I have. I think it's called Mobdro. And you install that, and it actually has other TV channels. Like, we're getting, what do you call it? BBC, there's all these different BBC channels you can get, but one's called CBeebies, which is like a kids channel from Great Britain. There's also the channel that made us start messing around with our TV anyways. We really like Canadian kids show programming. And sure enough, it's on that. It doesn't always work, but when it does, it's just like, cool. So... yeah, and we didn't switch over from that Fire Stick back to the regular TV for, since like early, mid-December. So.
Yeah. I've got a Facebook local community garage sale page, and they quite often will put a Fire Stick on there, but they want like $55.
Oh, no, you can get them off of Amazon for much cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, these people are definitely wanting to make a profit.
Well, it's funny because those things, like, I don't know how much they cost right now, but during Christmas or right before Christmas, they went way down. And right after Christmas, they are down. Just because cool people buy these for other people for Christmas. Cool people use their Amazon gift cards to buy these things. That's how I got my original Echo Dot. It was like $24.99 last year, and I was like, oh, I got a gift card, blah, 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 and I got it and set it up, and I started yelling at her immediately. It was great. God, man, it's so redeeming to be able to yell at an artificial intelligence. It's just like, play this song, playing this really stupid song on Amazon Music. No, you piece of crap. No, stop. It's funny, though. The way to fix that, first off, I've got 2 small children, so I can't really put it just like on a desk out in the open. But most of the problems that have to do with the AI recognizing your voice have to do with where it's positioned. If it's got like 3 feet around it, uncluttered, nothing around it, that thing will pick you up in the corner of the house like whispering. You're like, Alexa, can I have a ham sandwich? I do not know how to give you a ham sandwich. It's like, okay. My favorite one is like, I'm like, Alexa, do you know how to shut up? Better. Alexa, can you shut up? I don't think I can do that. It's like, ugh. Like arguing with the thing. Oh, she was just muttering in the background. She picked me up over here. Let's see. Alexa, volume 8. Alexa, do you know how to shut up?
Banned. Did that answer your question?
No.
Thanks for your feedback.
That was worthless.
Mm-hmm.
Alexa, you're worthless.
You can always send feedback through the help and feedback section of the Alexa app.
Alexa, shut up. Well, finally got the last word. But anyways, Alexa, volume 1. But I have my back to it, and it's like literally about 15 or 20 feet away. It's always listening. It's always listening for its name, at least. Now it just said, are you sure about that? I don't know. Anyways, well, I think we've wasted enough of these nice people's time bantering about nothing. What are your plans for the next week? What do you got going on?
My plans are to look into getting veterans assistance for college, and I want to be a biological chemist when I grow up. Yeah, maybe nanobots.
When you grow up?
Technology is future stuff.
When you grow up?
When I grow up, yeah.
And how old are you, sir?
But going back to college is a plan.
Yeah.
I'm 40-something.
Yeah, good luck on growing up, man. It's not worth it. Don't bother.
Oh.
No. I tried it. It just... You know what I was doing yesterday? I was sitting on the couch. My kids were playing with Legos at my feet. I was like, they're surrounded by just this huge mess of Legos. And what did I have on the screen? Old school episodes of Transformers. I'm like, oh my god, I'm back home. This is great. Except, I'm not their age.
Do they appear to enjoy the Transformers?
No, one was like Daniel Tiger and the other one was like Elmo. I'm like, come on. Come on. It's like a couple years more and you'll be begging for Transformers and Star Blazers and Robotech. Although they'll probably want to watch some kind of horrible show. Who knows? I'll try to get into it, of course, but...
What about, like, He-Man, Masters of the Universe, and Thundercats?
I really wasn't into the whole thing. That was just, like, kind of like, when you were a kid and there was all the cartoons on, you just had to, like... You were watching one that you liked and then the other one came on. It was like, okay, I'm going to do something else. I guess I'll vaguely listen to it. And if Skeletor does something weird, I'll look over, but that's kind of about it. But the interaction, the dialogue between Starscream and Megatron is priceless. Starscream, you're... Your decision-making is only matched by your stupidity. Megatron, all I want is power. I mean, it's just like the ridiculousness of the dialogue is just so refreshing. It's very base. They're saying what they want. There's like no filter on it. But anyways, I really want I want Soundwave, the boombox with all the cassettes. I think to buy that, like on eBay, you're shelling out like $1,000. I think they're expensive.
Yeah.
But I just want.
I remember when I was a kid, I had the Lion, and the Lion had like the two silver missiles that are on its haunches.
Yeah. Good luck remembering where those go, or not losing those.
Right.
But it was like the whole I mean, there were so many guns, too. I mean, Megatron was a gun. And then there was Soundwave, and then there was Shockwave, which was like another gun. It's like, wow, look at all these guns. Wow. Can't do that anymore. I mean, the way they have them now, they're all plastic, no die-cast. They're lame. And Bumblebee is a Camaro. Why?
Yeah, Bumblebee's not a Camaro, he's a bug.
Yeah, anybody who tells you that, no, really, he's a Camaro is lying to you.
They've been deceived.
They've been Decepticoned, yeah. And what was the other one? Jetfire. In the movie, Jetfire was like a big old Boeing B-29 bomber or B-17 bomber. It's like, no, he's a ripoff of the Veritech fighters from Robotech. We all know that. It's like, transform it halfway. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But it's the same thing. But yeah, I'm trying to get them into Star Blazers and Robotech and Transformers, and they're just like, Elmo. I want to watch Daniel Tiger.
I used to be big into Voltron. I liked Voltron.
Never saw Voltron, never had Thundercats. Those are two things that I think were on the channel we just didn't get up in Anacortes.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, enjoyable reminiscing about the old days with you, my friend. And,
yeah, definitely.
yeah, I think, yeah, we've been on here for a good, wow, how long does that say? 34 minutes? Yeah. And now 35. So, if you were watching this video, you're one of my wonderful viewers, remember to comment down in the bottom, I am a true champion. That means that'll let me know that you watched and listened to everything we had to say. And, you know, these interviews are a lot different now. It kind of puts a different feel on the videos because of the fact we're not talking about noodles the whole time. So I guess we should wrap it up with some jabbering about noodles. So tell me, what instant noodles you like?
The last one is the same brand that you're doing your show on.
The Samyang?
Samyang, right?
Samyang? Or Samyang?
Samyang, yes. Thank you.
Knowing how Korean phonetics seem to go, it's probably Samyang.
Yeah. So there was a hot one that's called 2X that you've sampled before.
Yeah.
I tried it with crackling 2 eggs at the very end of it.
Nice.
And the eggs were from my family farm in Arkansas.
Nice.
So they were like sort of jumbo sized if you rate the eggs. So I popped 2 of them in there, and it was delightful with the burn and the sauce and with the noodles and the eggs. And I have to say, I like the brand. It's tasty. And then I ate another one that was in a purple package later.
Oh, the mala.
And I can't remember which one. Yeah, I
Yeah,
had that.
that's one Szechuan
And
pepper.
I had leftover. Yep, I had leftover barbecued chicken breast, and I chopped that up and put that in there, and that turned out really good.
Nice. Yeah, one thing to note on those, they're not chicken flavor. They're basically like Korean barbecue chicken sauce flavor. So it's like the sauce you'd put on chicken. So if you put chicken in it, that makes it way more relevant.
Yeah.
But I just put pork in this, so yeah.
Very good.
It's porked. All right, dude. Well, hey, have a good week or so. Actually, enjoy the next 13 days.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll give you 13 days.
Very well, the next 13.
And